All right, Catherine, thank you. Well, it's Friday, so we should bring you some good news going into the weekend, especially because it's Easter weekend. So I'm here with Karen Cromer, Executive Director of the Clemens Center in Elmira, where they host a bunch of events year-round. Specifically, I've been following the Broadway series, which has been so much fun to speak with the cast. And let's actually touch on one of the final shows of the season, Dear Evan Hansen. And we talked to our viewers about it earlier this week, but tell us about it. Talking about Dear Evan Hansen, it's coming in, what, T-minus 2-3 days?
The final show of the M&T Bank season. We are hosting Dear Evan Hansen. Starts at 7 o'clock. It's an earlier start than all the other shows, so be mindful of that. It's a heavy subject matter. It's teenagers grappling with not fitting in and finding himself in some unusual circumstances. So very contemporary show and fantastic music, wonderful score to it. So we're hoping people will join us for that because it'll be a special night.
Definitely, and obviously you and I were talking before we sat down here, and it is a tough topic. It is definitely a show meant for, I think your website says 12 and older for sure. What are you guys offering in the lobby after the show that's kind of important to think about? Because speaking up when you're kind of just gloomy, it's kind of hard. So you guys are offering what resources?
Well, we've got some folks coming that will table. Actually, they'll be there before and through the performance with us. If you need to reach out, if you know someone who's considering suicide and needs some mental health help, we will have those services there. And then the survivors of suicide also, you know, parents that have lost children, friends that have been lost. How do we grapple with that guilt, that feeling that maybe we could have done more? So those services will be there to talk with you and give you a helping hand.
Definitely a tough subject, but I know the show has rave reviews,
right?
So hopefully there's some good there.
Right.
But let's transition to the next thing. There is another production, Alice, April 24th, so later next week if I have my dates right.
On Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about Alice.
This is Momix. This is the dance illusionist company. If you're familiar with Pilobolus, this is folks that came out of that company. They will show us Alice in a very imaginative way, very visually stunning. If you look at the video on our website, you will see some really extraordinary images and things that are very different, a new interpretation that you haven't seen before. We have a special buy one, get one free in the first 2 price levels. So take advantage of that, bring someone that may not be familiar, or if you want a new take on the old story that you're so familiar with, there's the chance to do it. And this is a partnership with Civic Music in Corning.
I mean, we're kind of seeing it on our screens right now. I mean, this is eye-catching. It's like, it's eye candy. That was so beautiful. I mean, I definitely want to go see that. Is there an age recommendation, or is this built for anyone and everyone?
They say 10 and up.
Okay.
So, yeah.
How long's the performance, would you say, roughly?
About 2 hours.
2 hours?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they will be talking with us after the performance as well.
Awesome. So kind of like a Q&A or just like, okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So definitely get your questions ready. And lastly, May is around the corner. If you can believe it, we're over halfway through April, shockingly. And the Clemens Center Gala, the annual gala, coming up May 10th, if I'm not mistaken. Give us a little sneak peek preview of what we can expect.
The theater itself, the Powers Theater, dates back to 1925.
Wow.
So this is the centennial celebration, 100 years of this wonderful theater being amidst us here in Elmira. Very few small towns have such a regal place to see live performances, such as Dear Evan Hansen and Momix. So we are celebrating that, showing some of the history of the theater through the years, using that 1920s theme. We're going all out. So tickets are still available for the gala. Great fundraiser, great food from Rye, wonderful music from the band Shine that was there with us last year. We're looking to party kind of late into the evening. Great fundraiser for us. We only do one big fundraiser a year, so great prizes, great things to do, fun auction, and we'll enjoy having everybody there to celebrate.
Awesome. That sounds like a fabulous night.
Yeah.
And I'm going to pick your brain here. I know you're going to give me very little information, which is fine. But as we come to the end of the Broadway season here locally, we're always preparing for what's next, which means the next Broadway season. I know you guys have an announcement coming at the end of April, but can we get any kind of teaser, like what kind of shows are coming? Are they going to be like Dear Evan Hansen? Are they going to be a little bit all over the place in the sense of what did we see this year? We saw Dear Evan Hansen, we saw Clue. There was kind of like this fluctuation of fun and different themes.
We always have good, fun things to do, but we also, as well as entertain, we educate and we provide service to the community. So I think you'll see a little bit of all of that in the shows that are coming. I don't doubt that you will enjoy seeing the mix. There will be some classics, some new things that haven't been here before, some things people have requested for many years, and we're finally getting the chance to have them on our stage. So. And then we will have the benefit of some of those shows doing technical rehearsals. So the cast and crew will be here for several weeks before the performances. And they actually launch their shows from here. So we get Elmira at the top of the tour T-shirt, as I say. I'd love to.
I love that. That's really memorable. Definitely something to cherish.
Be proud of.
Yeah, add that to the scrapbook. Well, Karen, thank you so much for joining us bright and early on this Friday before the holiday.